So, Geltzy, I know you stayed up like we did to watch that game, and once again, OKC falls to the Warriors, and it was another big loss, over 20 points again. Durant improving to 2-0 against his former team. Westbrook did what he could. He gets a triple-double, but he also had 10 turnovers, so in some ways he got a quadruple-double here. And I'm wondering if maybe trying too hard is not the right word, but maybe just making it too personal. What do you think about that, Geltzy, where he lets his emotions really get the better of him at moments within that game?
Well, here's the thing, Michael. I have a tough time criticizing him for that because that's the way he plays. That's who he is. He's an emotion-driven player. He always plays high energy. His emotions are always on its sleeve, and you don't want that to change. Here's the problem. He's bringing a knife to a gunfight. He doesn't have guys around him. So he's doing everything he can to lift his team, but he's going against a team that's got 4 all-NBA quality players, and he just doesn't have enough around him. Here's the thing. When Westbrook decided to sign the extension and make this a go long-term in OKC, ultimately, he was giving them a 2-year window to say, how can you surround me better? How can you replace Durant and make this team a title contender yet? They're in the infancy stages of that right now. So there's going to be growing pains against the premium competition the league has to offer. No one more premium than the Golden State Warriors. And as hard as it is for Westbrook to go against Durant and get slapped around like his team got slapped around last night, it's kind of par for the course when you look at the rosters around both of these players. The Thunder should get better here next year. Presti's got an offseason to go out and do some things. It doesn't have a lot of cap space because of the extensions to Oladipo and Adams. But nonetheless, Westbrook's looking for some reinforcements at one point or another. But because of who he is, because of how emotional he plays, when you get in a situation like last night, you're going to see him wear those emotions on his sleeve. And those emotions are going to, against this team, by and large, be frustration. We certainly saw that in Westbrook last night. And to your point, Michael, there was a degree of Westbrook trying to do too much. But I think that comes from a very good place.
Sure, sure. No, I'm with you. It's hard to criticize somebody like that when he brings it every night. There was a moment in last night's game, and he got emotional a little bit afterwards, as I'm sure you heard, where he basically told Zaza Pachulia he's got something for him the next time they face each other. And there was a moment right there about the same spot where Draymond Green and LeBron collided there at Oracle Arena. Also did Zaza Pachulia and Russell Westbrook. And unlike in the Cavaliers game, Richard Jefferson runs up and gets in the face of Draymond, and they have both teams there kind of scuffling a little bit there on the court. Last night, Russell Westbrook gets hit by Zaza, goes down face down, and there's nobody stepping up to defend him or help him off the court even. What do you make of that?
Yeah, that bothered me. And I think that's an issue Billy Donovan's got to get out in front of because Westbrook is their meal ticket. And I think sometimes Russ can be hard on teammates, and maybe that has something to do with it. But nonetheless, hard on teammates, not hard on teammates. This is the guy that's the difference between you being a 15-win team and being where you are right now as a 7 seed in the Western Conference. So I think that something should have been done by somebody on the Thunder, even if not on the spot. Later on when Pachulia's on the floor, get him back, hit him a shot, throw him an elbow, take a flagrant when the game's out of control. Ended up being a 21-point game. Somebody do something to send that message. If you come after Russell Westbrook, you're going to have to watch your back later. There was none of that with the Thunder last night. And that bothers me a little because I really think that for the Thunder there's no way at any point in time Sam Presti's going to be able to bring in enough talent to match the Warriors' talent for talent. That's going to be a very difficult thing for him to do, virtually impossible, quite frankly, when you look at the embarrassment of riches the Warriors have. But if you can do some of that and make up for some of that deficit with toughness and heart and togetherness and teamwork, that's where it starts, protecting your guy, protecting your meal ticket. There was none of that on the floor last night for the Thunder. And I think that's something Billy Donovan's got to get out in front of with these guys in private and let them know somebody hits Westbrook, they get hit back and hit back hard, especially a guy like Pachulia, who's not one of their main core guys. He's a guy that, you know what, you can take a shot at him, and it's, you know, he's essentially playing goon for the Warriors. Why can't somebody play goon back on him? And it bothered me, Michael. I'm with you on that. But the Thunder did not come to Russell Westbrook's aid. That has to change quickly for this team. Do I think it belies a larger problem with the Thunder? Probably not at this stage. But if I'm Billy Donovan, it's definitely concerning.